I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking of me. All I ask is that you respect me as a human being, Jackie Robinson. I need more than a great player. I need a man who will accept insults, take abuse, in a word, carry the flag for his race. I want a man who has the courage to not fight back, Branch Rickey. Jackie Robinson and his triumphant impact on racial discrimination.
One of the most significant players in baseball was Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was the man that broke the famous color line. The color line, also referred to as the color barrier, was the act that excluded black African American baseball players from playing in Major League Baseball and its minor league because of their race.
In 1947, Jackie Robinson played an influential and significant part in history as he changed people's attitudes toward African Americans to be more accepting. Because of racial discrimination, Jackie Robinson set a triumphant example by proving that black people should be accepted in America equally. Jack Roosevelt Robinson, also known as Jackie Robinson, was born to his parents Jerry and Maylie Robinson on January 31, 1919 in Cairo, Georgia. Robinson was the youngest of 5 children, with 3 brothers and 1 sister. When Jackie was a baby, his father abandoned him and his family. At the age of 1, Jackie's mother moved her whole family out to Pasadena, California. There, she worked as a housekeeper to support them. I remember, as a small boy, having a lot of pride in my mother. She must have had some kind of magic to be able to do all the things she did, to work so hard and never complain, and to make us feel happy, Robinson said. As Jackie grew up, he attended local public schools and was an outstanding athlete. Robinson stated, "Some of my favorite classmates would share their food with me if I played on their team." After middle school, Jackie Robinson attended John Muir High School and then Pasadena Junior College for 2 years. There, he played football, basketball, track, and baseball. After Pasadena Junior College, Robinson transferred to UCLA. There, Jackie became the first athlete to win varsity in 4 sports: baseball, basketball, football, and track. In 1941, Robinson was forced to leave UCLA just before graduation because of financial hardships. He moved to Honolulu, Hawaii to play semi-pro football for the Honolulu Bears. The season was, however, cut short when the U.S. entered World War II. For 2 years, Robinson served in the Army. He joined from 1942 to 1944. During those 2 years, Robinson made his way to second lieutenant. His Army career was cut short because of a racial incident. In 1944, Jackie showed his willingness for his rights by refusing to move to the back of a military bus. The military was still segregated at that time. He was arrested and fought a court-martial, and was eventually acquitted of charges and received an honorable discharge. In 1945, Jackie Robinson continued on his baseball career playing in the Negro Leagues, traveling all over the Midwest with the Kansas City Monarchs. He was one of the league's top players. However, he was not fond with the pay provided, earning only $400 a month. His attitude towards that was changed thanks to the efforts of the Brooklyn Dodger president, Branch Rickey. Starting in 1943, Branch Rickey started looking for a black ball player to integrate into the major leagues, which were closed to black people at the time. However, Rickey needed more than a great ball player. He needed a man with great character, the character to accept insults, take abuse, and have the courage to not fight back. In 1945, Rickey sent Clyde Suckforth and Tom Greenway to approach Robinson about playing for the Brooklyn Dodger organization. They scheduled for Robinson to meet with Rickey to see if he was the right person for this test. Rickey saw the character he needed in Robinson. On October 23, 1945, Robinson signed a contract with Rickey to play for one of the Dodgers' farm teams, the Montreal Royals, in the International League. Many teams and sports writers were against this integration. They thought it would ruin the game of baseball forever. According to Fromer, Robinson said, "I think I am the right man to pick for this test. There is no possible chance that I will flunk it or quit before the end for any other reason than that I am not a good enough ball player." This shows his worth and determination to prove that blacks can play Major League Baseball. Robinson had a hard time at spring training in Florida because of segregation laws. He was forced to ride in the back of team buses, and some games he was scheduled to play in were canceled because of his presence. Nevertheless, Robinson proved his worth by leading the Monarchs to a championship in the Little League World Series.
His performance in the farm leagues proved he was ready to come up and play in the major leagues, but not all the Dodgers agreed. Some players signed a petition saying that they would not play with Robinson. Hardly anyone signed it. When Rickey brought Robinson up to the Dodgers, he made each player to promise to rein in his temper when he was subjected to racial taunts on the field for the first year. On April 15, 1947, Robinson stepped onto the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers, breaking the color barrier. It was an important day for the country because segregation was a big part of America. Some say when Robinson stepped onto the field, it was the first important step towards civil rights in the U.S. After Robinson's debut in 1947 arose an abundance of racial-motivated actions. Pitchers often threw balls directly at Robinson. Base runners tried to spike him. He was subjected to many racial insults. He received hate mail, death threats, and even warnings that his children would be kidnapped. The St. Louis Cardinals threatened to go on strike, then backed down when National League president threatened to ban all strikers from professional baseball. Through it all, Robinson held his tongue in defense to Rickey's wishes. Jackie continued playing baseball for the Dodgers and was soon known as one of the most exciting players in baseball. After Robinson's rookie season with the Dodgers, he had become National League Rookie of the Year. By the end of the following season, Robinson could not hold his temper in anymore. He started getting into shouting matches with the opponents and umpires. His playing kept improving, reaching a peak in 1949, with his hard work earning him a batting title and the most valuable player. By this time, Robinson was famous throughout the world. In 1950, Robinson was paid an annual salary of $35,000, tops in Dodger history. As Robinson's fame grew, he became more heartfelt for his protests against racial attitudes and provided support for other civil rights causes. His status on the Dodgers, however, changed in 1951, with Branch Rickey being replaced as the Dodgers president by Walter O'Malley. Robinson was greatly disappointed because O'Malley was not as fervent as Rickey when he spoke out on racial issues. However, Robinson was still passionate on his protests against racial attitudes and still provided support for other civil rights causes and to other opposing black players. Robinson's playing years were coming to an end by the mid-1950s. He had developed a bad relationship with manager Walter Alston, and his average was brought down to a .256 in an injury-plagued season in 1955. After Robinson was traded to the New York Giants, Jackie Robinson announced his retirement in January of 1957. Jackie Robinson married Rachel Issam, a nursing student he met at UCLA in 1946. They gave birth to 3 children, Jackie Jr., Sharon, and David. All of them provided Jackie with the emotional support and sense of purpose essential for bearing the pressure during the early years of baseball. After his retirement, he became a successful businessman and active supporter of political causes, devoting his efforts to the support of African Americans. Jackie Robinson had a social impact on the U.S., with Robinson being the first black baseball player to play in the majors. He helped pave the path where other black baseball players could play in the majors with little to no adversity. He made a political impact by helping change government laws and businesses. Laws, businesses, and schools were changed over time from segregated places to where people of all races could attend. People's point of views were also changed to accept black ball players to play in the majors equally. Robinson also made an economical impact by being such a phenomenon he attracted large crowds. Before his first season was over, he pulled about $150,000 in admission. He also helped black people find more housing, shelter, and more jobs. In conclusion, Jackie Robinson had a triumphant impact socially, politically, and economically. He became a living milestone for racial equality and changed the sport of baseball forever. He was a significant part in history for the impact he made on other lives.